What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a little bike maintenance. So I had this thing for a little over a month now. I went the full month without doing anything. I assembled it straight out of the box, didn't put air in the tires, anything, and rode the crap out of it in Sedona, here in Santa Barbara, up in the mountains, all over the place. I beat it up, put it to the extreme test to see if this thing is off-road worthy and worth the money. And yeah, everything on this bike except for a few things is really well made, really well designed and put together straight out of the box. So good job, Surron. So today what we're going to be doing, I already put on the new pegs. You guys saw that. Got the new bars on with the shock absorber in the bars on the original stem. So I'll show you guys that, and I also have it in my installation videos, first two upgrades of the pegs and the bars. Links are in the description of everything, you guys. You know that makes it super simple for you. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to clean and lube the chain, adjust the stem here, the triple clamp. I had a little play in here, and I need to tighten that up a little bit, make sure that's good to go, re-torque some stuff down. And then the major thing here today is, wow, it's holding there now. I think I have a torn tube stem, so in the rear. So I got a new tube. I have some ordered, some better ones, but it's not heavy duty, but it is a motorcycle tube. I'm gonna try it out. Like I said, it's not a heavy duty one, but yeah, I need to replace this guy back here. So I'm gonna pull off the back wheel. You take the chain link out, pull off the back wheel, and tear into it. I got a few tools here, so you know, some tire spoons, and yeah, so that's what we're up to today. All right, guys, so what we did to take the rear wheel off, which is pretty easy, is you just want to get the bike up on something. I got a nice motorcycle jack here, but you're gonna find your chain link, and when you do, you're gonna have just the link itself, and you want to unclip the front of the link, that guy there, just push it out, and then make sure you keep all the little O-rings and everything together. Probably should move them over to the table so I don't lose them, but then you can just pull the chain up off the sprocket. I just threw it up here. You do have to undo the brake caliper, then I kind of just let that hang down there, and then you're going to undo the wheel. You have to pull the axle out, and this comes out pretty easy. So we have the tire off now, and definitely have some kind of leak in there. So I'm going to take the tire off and do a little inspection, see what's going on in there. Phew. All right, guys. Well, we got the tube out of the rear wheel, and I've stuck it in a bucket of water, and I got no leaks. So what I think was happening is down here the valve stem got pulled right here, and the tube actually came out of here. I think this right here, this bolt loosened up a little bit, and this was able to slide over and let a little bit of air out, because I don't see any leaks anywhere, and it's holding air. So I'm not gonna put this one back in because I have a motorcycle tube, and but I am gonna keep this one for just a spare tube because it seems to be holding air fine. I'll probably leave air in it and see what happens to make sure. But yeah, it's really simple to get the tube out, get the rear wheel off. You know, you don't need any crazy tools. I did use one of these guys, and then I kind of stuck the other one in, or I think it was like one of these or something, but I really just stuck that in and just kind of went around the edge of my rim. I'm not super crazy about a few little scratches in my rim, so it's not a big deal. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna throw the other tube back in here. So we got the new tube in. It's pretty easy. You just gotta kind of stick the tube inside the tire. We ended up taking the tire all the way off and trying to put the tube on the rim and then put the tire back on with the tube on the rim. That was a lot harder than just leaving the tire halfway on, stuffing the tube in, and then you kind of got to stick your fingers up in the tire and push your valve stem through the hole. Once you do that, it's really easy. Just stuff the tire in the rim and then start putting the rim back on. It's pretty simple. I did have to use both of my tools here, and kind of held it down and then went around the outside with my spoon and just kind of worked it in there. Being this the last place you want to kind of pop over. I filled it up to 30 psi, seated the tire, and seems really good. One thing I did notice is the old tire is a 2.00 by 2.25 by 19. Is 2.75 3.00 3.60 by 19, or an 80-119. I know this is a 70-119. This is an 80-119. Parts manager promised me that this is going to work just fine, and it seems to be doing just fine. So I'm going to throw the wheel back on here, and that's that. We'll put the chain back on. All right, guys, so we got our chain link back in. Pretty easy. Just pop that little clip in. Make sure you remember where all the O-rings go. They go behind this front solid piece, so it goes clip, outer link piece, 2 O-rings, and the pins. And then there's 2 O-rings and the outer link, or the inner link piece on the outside of the back. And then it just pops in place. I did have to adjust this forward. I only did this side, so I can just scoot that back until my wheel's straight again, which will re-tighten my chain. And yeah, we'll get this thing back together, and I'm gonna lube the chain. Yeah, I might as well. It's not super dirty, so I don't know if I'm gonna lube it or clean it and lube it, and then show you guys about the headset, how to loosen and tighten the headset really fast. Super easy. But yeah, we got the new tube in. Seems to be doing fine. Gonna tighten everything up, kind of test it out, and get this thing back on the old dusty trails, know what I'm saying? So we got the rear wheel mounted back on the bike. Just finished lubing the chain. I usually do some PJ blasters, some penetrating lube, and then just some chain lube, and you know, get it going a little bit and just clean it up. Take a rag and just kind of hold it on the chain, all sides. Be careful when you're doing this, and clean off all the excess cleaner, and then lube it and kind of do the same thing. But yeah, she's all back together. And looking pretty. I didn't do too many scratches on the rim. I actually think those were already there. There's a few tiny little scuffs that I put into it for sure. The headset is super easy to loosen up. What you want to do is you want to loosen up the stem right here and here, and then you want to loosen up the top of the fork here and right here on both sides. And then you can take this little cap off right here and just kind of crank that down with an Allen wrench, and you'll actually see right here it'll tighten up and remove any play. That was the first thing that I ended up having to do at that 1 month mark, was address that play in the headset issue, because that was something that I thought would do permanent damage, and kind of thought I may already would have had to replace the bearings in there, but the bearings are fine. I was able to just tighten it down and all is well. But that's how you do that. Super easy. I did put some air in the front forks, so when I checked it for the first time at that 1 month mark, I was around 130 psi in there, which is while I was getting some sag in the front. As soon as I kind of sat on the bike or touched the bike, did anything, it would sag down like a good inch or more. So we filled it up a little bit above 160 psi, because when you do undo the pump, you're going to lose about 10 psi. So it's sitting at around 155 psi in the front forks now, which is a lot better. I finally got this squared away where I want it and adjusted that down. I've got the compression and everything pretty much right where I want it. I got the chain nice and tight. It is an e-bike, so you don't need any play in the chain. So I got the chain nice and tight. Got rid of that that sound I was hearing when I was in Sedona, which I believe was the chain hitting either here or down here somewhere. Yeah, she's running great. Some minor maintenance besides putting the tube in. That was kind of a pain in the butt, but now that I've done it, it'll get easier and easier. Seems like the old tube is holding air just fine now. It was just that valve problem. I just had to adjust the valve, the tightness of that valve stem on there, which I had to take it out to actually do that, but it seems to be holding air fine now. Let's see, anything else? Handlebars are working out really great. They haven't moved at all. With the kind of the silicone that I have in there, it's like a really dense rubber that I have in the original stem, because I got these specific bars are just a hair smaller than the original Surron stem. They're dirt bike bars, so and they're really nice. They're PROTAPERs. They got the grips, but yeah, with the little rubber insert in there, it absorbs a lot of that initial impact. Not a lot, but it's noticeable. I really enjoy that. They haven't moved at all. Great bars, great price, great setup. As you guys know, that link for those are in the description as well. Just make sure you get some dense, like 2mm rubber, maybe 3mm if you want a little more absorption. I'd probably do the 3mm if I did it again. But yeah, some exciting things coming along the way. I got a 21-inch rim. I got the hub, and I'm just waiting for the spokes and the nipple, the new tire and tube. I'm gonna build a front rim, make a video of that for you guys. Eventually build a rear rim as well. Probably go down to 18 so I can get a little more rubber in the back, so I can stop burning through tires so quick. I do have a new tire coming for the rear, and I'm not going to spoil you guys with which one I'm going with, but I think it's going to be a really good tire for the stock 19-inch rear rim on the Surron. I hope it'll fit. I think it will, but we'll see. Anyway, some exciting stuff coming, guys. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you guys know when I put out another Surron video, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.